Hello, my name is Andrei Habic from Schaknat Electronic GmbH. And today, I'm taking you along to the test bench appointment for a Morelo Empire Liner. It features the Mercedes Artego drivetrain with the OM936 engine, 1,200 Newton meters of torque as standard, 299 horsepower, and the power shift. 3. Transmission. The vehicle has a few special features. In fact, a bit more care and attention has gone into it. The diamond patterns in the seats, which you'll see in another video, are intricately crafted and refined. There's a very dark kitchen area, finished in a very dark wrap, and it was important to us not just to test the vehicle with acceleration measurements from 0 to 80 kilometers per hour, but of course also on the test bench, because as is well known, the Artego models really perform strongly. In other countries, they're actually sold as standard with 1600 Newton meters of torque. And of course, we want to give the customer a driving experience so that when they drive to Spain or go on vacation, it becomes an unforgettable trip. Naturally, today we're doing this with the Schaknat app. I'll just turn it off now with the dongle. That's actually a very good product from us. You can do it anytime, just like that. No matter where you are, you can switch your vehicle between stock, eco, or power modes and even adjust the transmission accordingly. And if you're on vacation and the nearest workshop is really far away, you can help yourself by reading and even clearing the error codes. We're going to secure the vehicle now and align it. Today we're measuring the vehicle in 4-wheel drive. So all axles need to be powered, otherwise the vehicle can't be measured. Only in 2-wheel drive mode, thanks to the AWR sensors. Today, I'll take you along. See you in a bit. Now we're here at a beautiful motorhome, and the door, I just absolutely love pressing the button right here. And now we get that space shuttle or spaceship feeling. Really, all that's missing is a bit of fog when you lower it, like when you're stepping out. Let's close the steps. Once they're retracted, we can shut the door. It's just really beautifully lit in here. Alright, let's start a test bench measurement. So now we're driving under caution and monitoring the RPMs. Now we're applying the brakes. Now the brake is already engaging because it won't let us go any further. Over 800 revolutions. Now we're braking to 600 Newton meters and starting the measurement. Now he's slowly easing off the brake a bit and watching what the Artego does here. I'm ready to shift into neutral at any time. I hope you can really understand me well. Can you understand me well, Rene? Yes, I can understand you. Perfect. So 2000 revolutions. And neutral. Hold the accelerator for a moment so that he can disengage the clutch more easily. Ah yes, that was a mismeasurement. You can do that, you have to do one more. Is that in there, right? Yes, no problem, you can leave it in. So that everyone knows, every measurement is not always perfect. Sometimes there's a problem with the sensor, but you can easily see that from experience by looking at the curve and the result. That can't be right. So, the Artego here is stock, and according to the test bench, it has 360 horsepower. But that's not the case. Now we'll do it in 7th gear. Normally, we always measure the Artego in 7th gear as well. Alright, 7th gear. Synchronize again. Alright, now we have 1000 RPM. Now the test bench also shows 1000 RPM. Let's accelerate out once to see how far we can go without getting very fast. Yes, much better. Okay, let's go up to 2001 RPM and start the first measurement. The measurement was great. Sometimes you just have to do another run to get a good result so the oil is warm. We're also running in 4-wheel drive so that everything is well synchronized. Now let's take a look at the measurement result. I'll turn off the loud fan and then we'll see what it does when it's optimized. We already achieved good input power. The vehicle had a very good result. I'll show you that in more detail on the display later. But we have exactly what we want. The stock torque is right and the stock power is right. Now we're going to optimize with the Schaknat app. I've already plugged in the dongle. Just always make sure that the pins are straight. Take a quick look at the dongle to make sure everything is straight and in order. Then you plug it in, hand underneath, it blinks green, lights up blue. Then you can start. For that, turn on the ignition. With Artego, that's the second key position here. Then, if you want to do it perfectly, just make sure the ventilation is off, the lights are off, and simply switch off any unnecessary consumers so we can focus solely on the optimization. So, Klaus, a longtime customer of ours, has already had several motorhomes optimized by us. He will now carry this out on his phone. I'll just look over his shoulder a bit, and here you can see again, this is very important to mention, this beautiful checkered pattern on the motorhome. Can you look at your gas pedal? It's blinking blue right now. Now it's lit up blue. Now it's connected. Ah yes, alright. When it's lit up blue, it's connected. Now you can go back to the Schaknat app. Perfect. The vehicle has already been set up before. That means we can just flash as usual, open Mercedes-Benz, and the dongle connects automatically to the phone. Here you can already see the chassis number. There you go. The control units are briefly read out. Soon another user action will be required. At around 13%, we'll need to briefly cycle the ignition and then confirm by pressing OK. So we've now successfully optimized. With Mercedes, it always takes 4 or 5 minutes, but there's always time for a good chat. What it is? Of course, we're also optimizing the transmission. There's obviously an option for that. Transmission power, transmission eco, and transmission standard. From experience, we've often heard that a vehicle specifically optimized for power, but with an eco transmission tends to shift significantly earlier. Since we have more torque, it drives more comfortably. I always advise customers that everyone must figure it out themselves. Everyone has a different driving style. Some drive heavy-footed, while others prefer a relaxed drive on vacation. So you have to find out what's right for you. Now we've optimized the vehicle for power, so we'll set the transmission to power as well. Just click on power once and it runs through quickly. Within 10 seconds, you get the green check mark. Now you can read out the error memory again. I'll explain it very briefly. For that, we click on DTC up here on the top right, and then it quickly reads out all the error memories from each individual control unit that we have stored in the app. There you go, and now we're going to read out all the error memories right at the bottom. And now we have a few error codes in the ACM. For example, in the MCM in the transmission. But that's mainly due to the programming, because at that moment we're also confusing all the control units a bit. Then we clear the errors, reset the error memory, and load the files. There's still one error left, but that's a CAN bus error. It's not serious, and it doesn't come from the optimization. Let's go back. There you go to the main menu app. Swipe up, but of course first turn off the phone for privacy reasons. So just swipe up. And then we'll tackle the baseline measurement.
All right, Andre. Now I'm really curious to see what came out of this whole thing. Explain it to me.
So Klaus, we optimized your car for power, as I showed you in the app. Now we have 73 more horsepower, and at the top end it really revs out nicely. What you can really see well is at 1000 RPM, and then it already starts building up really strong torque. And at 1000 RPM, it now has a maximum torque of 1427 Newton meters, which will still adapt upwards. So you'll probably end up at around 1470 Newton meters once everything settles in. Exactly, about 270 more. We always set 250 Newton meters in the power version as well. That way you just have a nice torque curve, it holds up at the end, and you can see it clearly. In the original version, at 1800 RPM, the torque has already dropped off. Here you still have the torque, actually even more than you had at the maximum point in the original. And that's how I was already able to drive it on vacation for you.
It's important to stay comfortably somewhere in the range between 1000 and 1500, and that looks good too.
What are you currently consuming for fuel?
16.5?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
With careful driving.
With careful driving.
Without a lead foot.
So you always drive like that? So on the highway, what speed do you go? 85? That's perfect. Hello, Andre, that's good to hear. Sometimes, as you know, customers tend to drive a bit faster than usual, but if you stick to that speed, I'm really glad. Are you happy with the result, or is there anything else you would like to mention?
I'm super happy, thank you very much. It was also a great experience with you today.
I'm glad to hear. Are you enjoying the app and getting along well?
I'm getting along with it well. Even for those over 70, it's easy to use.
That's nice to hear. So, Klaus, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure for me too. And until next time.
We'll do that.
I hope you enjoyed the video with the beautiful Morelo Artego chassis. I hope you had fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the other videos as well. We really had a great day today, an awesome YouTube filming day. And if you're interested in the topic of engine and transmission optimization, especially to reduce fuel consumption so that your vehicle runs more efficiently in the fleet or even on your way to vacation, then feel free to write to us. You can reach us anytime or find us at www.schaknat.de. If you're interested, you can also send us an email, and then I can send you one of these nice flyers. It contains all the important information. Our beautiful hall is pictured, as well as the address. There's also a bit of an explanation about what we do, how we do things, and how an ECU works, for example. How it's built, how we even got into this topic, and that we also do development. It's really hard work, which people always underestimate. You just see this little dongle that you plug into the OBD port, and then you're surprised like, oh, the car is optimized in 3 minutes and suddenly has 70 more horsepower. But we actually put a lot of development into it. We run every engine for 1,000 kilometers on the test bench, observe how it behaves in different situations, simulate emergency operations, drill holes into the exhaust, and take measurements. We even measure the actual exhaust temperature, all to achieve a perfect result. I give my good friend Klaus now a nice Hugo Boss air freshener for the car. And with that, I'll end the video from this beautiful Empire Liner. See you soon. Bye.